And obviously, we've seen throughout training camp in the first two games, Biden McCain, starter, one safety spot. He played most of the game. With Minka no longer here, would you expect Rashad Jones, once he's healthy, to be your other primary starting safety, or do you envision a scenario where he's competing with Walt Aiken, Stephen Parker, et cetera?
Well, we've got, obviously Rashad's played a lot of football over the course of his career. Kind of dealing with a couple dings, but yeah, when he gets back, we expect him out there, along with Walt and Parker, like you said. It's a good group. We're happy with that group, and yeah, once we get out there and communicate, practice together, I think we'll be okay.
How far do you think Rashad is away? Is it mostly that ankle that's keeping him back?
He's working extremely hard to get back, and I see him as he's close. I would see him as close. And again, he's in there. He's in the training room working out. He's closing in. So I expect to see him soon, and he's working to get back as soon as he can.
Do you have any update on the quarterback situation? Have you made a change, or is Fitz your guy still?
Right now, Fitz is the guy. But again, every week, both quarterbacks will get reps. That's the case every week. You go throughout the league and you see, there's been injuries at that position across the league. So it's like every position on the field. You got to have a backup. Everyone got to get them all reps during the week, and it's no different at the quarterback for us.
Right. Given the losing margins that you've had here, do you find yourself doing a little more morale building or spirit lifting than you would if say you were 2-0, or do you just treat it the same way?
My message is always the same. Come to work, we get better, we improve, we learn from our mistakes. There's always mistakes. There's always, bless you, always things that we can improve and get better. That's kind of where my focus always is, and there's no. I try to stay the same. I never get too high, I never get too low. I try to stay even. It's been something I've done my entire career, and I'm going to stick with that. And hopefully our team's that way as well.
What have you seen from Fitz the first 2 weeks that gives you confidence in him going forward?
Well, Fitz is. I think he's got real leadership ability. He's smart. He knows what we're doing offensively. He can get guys in the right position, and he's a guy. I have a lot of trust in. So I think he's. I like Fitz a lot.
Brian, can you talk about the specific challenges Ezekiel Elliott poses for your defense, and how much of your success on defense will be predicated on containing him?
Well, they've got a really good offense, really across the board. You can go a few different ways. You can go with Ezekiel, you can go to Dak Prescott, you can go to Cooper, you can go to the offensive line. They've got a good team. They got a good offense. They got a good defense. They got a good special teams unit. So this will be a big test specific to Ezekiel. He is a downhill, physical, fast, good stiff arm, breaks a lot of tackles, can hit the big run. This is a very explosive player. We're going to have to, it's going to take a total team effort to keep him contained. At the same time, this offense it's a good one. So if you put too much emphasis on, stopping the run, Dak, who's done a really good job in the pass game, and is much improved, and this is a really good quarterback. So he'll sit back in the pocket, whether it's play action, whether it's drop back, whether it's he's got a really good grasp of what they're doing offensively, can get those guys in the right plays, and he's been very accurate. So. Yeah, you focus too much on one player, they'll get you somewhere else. They've got big play receivers, really across the board. So, and then a big offensive line. So, it's a good team.
Do you plan any changes on the offensive line?
Nope, we'll go with the same 5 guys from last week. Obviously, we'll, again, like every position, we'll work in backups and work in, from Shaq to Reed to Witzman. We'll work everybody, but. The plan is to go with the 5 guys from last week.
What went into the decision to have Evan play some snaps instead of Bain?
Just wanted to, get him in there. It's you want to get guys some game reps, and he's a guy who's practiced well. So we wanted to give him an opportunity to play a little bit in the game, and that was the plan there.
How important is it for you to have some continuity? You're going to have 5 starters from one week to the next.
I think it's very important. I think that's how you grow, build, and improve and get better. So that's the goal here with that. And starts in practice. So we've had a couple good weeks of practice. I think we were better from week 1 to week 2. We'll try to just continue to get better week after week after week.
I know over the last 3 weeks, you guys have moved on from a lot of players. X is one that's still here, obviously, and part of your future.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw on Twitter after the trade that he had kind of a wistful tweet about being the only one left in the room, it seemed like. Have you had conversations with him about how this has all gone in the future and his place?
You know, my conversations with him today have been about, the Cowboys. Amari Cooper, the quarterback, this run game. So that's kind of, look, if you put any, again, I've said this before, the more effort, more energy somewhere else is less on the Cowboys, and we need to put all our effort on this team. So that's kind of, those have been the conversations. I haven't talked to him about that.
Ron, we've seen Mike Gesicki with a couple of receptions here. Where have you seen improvement in his game?
I think he's really done a much better job of in a lot of areas. Blocking, catching the football, route running. There's a couple plays last week where he's open and he's getting open. We just don't have enough time to get him the ball. So he just needs to continue doing what he's been doing. We'll get it protected. We'll have more time, and we'll try to find him in the pass game. He's done a better job in the run game, and I just want to, if he continues that improvement, I think that'll go a long way for him.
Is most of the improvement that he needs kind of mental as far as understanding how to get open and running those routes, or is it physical actually making that?
No, I think physically this guy's, big, fast, athletic. And, I don't want to say mentally, but you got to learn how to play this game at this level, at that position. So that takes a little bit of time. This being his second year, I think he's shown a lot of improvement. And I think we're starting to see some of that in flashes. And then obviously we've always got to be more consistent.
Brian, it's been a low per carry average for Kalen so far, and I know it's clearly not all his fault. There's blocking and other things involved. Are you at the point where you'd like to see more of Walton carrying the ball in a game, or even Laird or Gaskin? Obviously, Kenyon, of course. Or do you just want to move forward with Kalen and see what he can do over a longer body of work?
I like all our backs. I like Kalen. I like Drake, obviously. Walton, Laird. I like all the backs. Obviously, there's one ball you can't get them all the amount of touches you'd like. But I think Kalen, had a really good camp. I like Kalen a lot. I like Drake a lot. We try to get both guys in the game, and if we get a hot hand, we'll stay with that. And that's been expressed to both guys, and I think they're both. I really like both of these. I like all our backs, but Drake and Balaj. This is these are two guys who have a lot of talent, who are tough, who are physical, who love to play, and I like both of these guys. I want to get them going.